What's up, YouTube? Welcome. It's the big cat. Falls in the air. Wilds of Eldraine. Gingerbreads and dragons and let it go ice queens. You know, football, magic. Time to usher in the fall right. Let's do this thing. We got some collector's boosters we're gonna open here. Should be great. Snug in there. These packs are packed. So yeah, we'll open some collector's boosters. It's a pretty awesome set. So excited to share the journey with you guys. A little food token in each one with a back human. Right off the top, we got the Gumdrop Poisoner. I think the art on this card is wild. Little foil Gumdrop Poisoner. Makes it food. Kind of probably pretty fun to play in that new Salmon Frodo deck. If there's a battlefield, target creature -X. Yep, gain life. That's pretty effective in there. Repercussion. Ooh, very nice. Very nice little mythic in our little enchanted tales there. Very cool. The Restless Vinestock. Boy, I've opened so many of these. I've only opened a few packs so far, but the full art Restless Vinestock almost on our playset there. So can't escape it. Can't get away. We'll make a little pile for our special treatment rares. Knick-Knack Oif. When an Oif enters the battlefield, put X+1/+1 counters on it. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top X cards. You may put any number of aura, X or less, on the battlefield. Then put all the cards. Wow, this guy's fantastic. That's a great little commander rare. Little Oifage. Feral Encounter. 2 green. Look at the top 5. Exile a creature card from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library and cast the exile card this turn. At the beginning of your next combat phase, target creature controls gets a little fight. That's tricky timing. That does seem hard to play. I don't know about the timing on that. Beautiful. Art on Garruk's Uprising. When he enters the battlefield, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Sure. 3. Creatures you control have trample. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield, draw another card. Not too shabby. Dragon Mantle. That's a fun enchantment. Seen these in several decks lately. Slicer likes to run the Dragon Mantle. And Threadbind Click. Back for seconds. Greta, Sweet Tooth Scrounger. Love that she's fighting like a gummy worm here. The art in this card is just awesome. Sugar Rush, great card. Voracious Vermin, the Aquatic Alchemist. It's cute. It's just a little jelly. That's such a cute art for Magic to have. And Bestial Bloodline. Very nice. All right, always a food. And the back is an Elemental. Beautiful art on that Elemental token. Wow, look at that. Fiery Emancipation on top. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple. Yowza. It's got its backup. Double Emancipation there. It's truly emancipated at this point. The Mosswood Dread Knight. Draw a card and lose a life is not bad. And for 2, it's a 3/2 trample when it dies. Cast it from your graveyard as an adventure until the end of your next turn. That's pretty good. Boy, that seems pretty useful, the little green knight there. Green's not played too much in standard these days, unfortunately, because black is all over the place. Boy, I wonder if Mosswood will see some future there. I see some potential in that card. Asinine Antics. You may cast Asinine Antics as though it had flash if you pay 2 more, so it'll go to a grand total of 6. For each creature your opponents control, create a cursed roll. Not bad. Fun little mythic there. Restless Spire in the foil. Very nice. Little manland. Gorgeous art there with the 2 little Helix dragons in red and blue. Put you there. And Utopia Sprawl. Amazing card. Great to see it reprinted uncommon. It was getting pricey. Used to play this back in the old, what was that? Theros block Craterhoof with Nyx. Nykthos Shrine to Nyx and go off and combo. That was such fun. Good old Spreading Seas is back. Belligerent of the Ball, Disdainful Stroke, Tempest Heart, Territorial Witchstalker, Minstrosity. Some great art in this set too. Such a fun idea. At first I wasn't sure what to think, if I would like it or not, but as I've gotten to see some of the cards, really growing on me. All right, let's keep cracking these packs. Another food with a fairy token. That's very nice. That's a good fairy. A Tale for the Ages in foil. Very nice. Enchanted creatures you control get +2/+2. Sanguine Bond. Ooh, very nice. Whenever you gain life. That's always a nice one. Very good. Very good. Sanguine Bond. Cruel Somnophage. You know, this is a cool card. I really like the art. They revealed this one very early. Target player mills 4. Power and toughness. It's kind of a Lurgoyf. Probably won't see much play, but cool card. Flying. Spectrum Mortality. Enters exile a creature. You know, I think I see some application. That's a removal card for sure, but not great. Archon of the Wild Rose. Beautiful card. Whenever creatures you control that are enchanted by auras, they have base power and toughness 4/4 and flying. That's a fun card for the auras deck. Knightly Valor and foil, beautiful. And duplicate Knightly Valor. I will say there is a lot of duplication so far in this set. You've seen a couple times in the video. So these collector's boosters, there's something up with the Coalition track that caused quite a lot of duplicates, especially in this particular, the Tails section, the specialty enchantments. They seem to have high duplication. Food. Spiteful Hexmage. When Spiteful Hexmage, make a cursed roll. Not bad for a 1-drop, and attach it to a creature you control. There's going to be some fun ways around that. And a 3/2 for 1 is right up Black's alley for that mean creature that backs of the rock type. Ooh, Leyline of Anticipation. Always nice to see a Leyline. You may cast spells as though they had flash. Great for Commander. That's a great one. It's a really cool reprint. Ooh, another mythic for us. Virtue of Knowledge. For 2, as an adventure, it's going to copy target activated or triggered ability. You may choose new targets. And for 5, it's an enchantment if the permanent entering the battlefield, it triggers an additional time. So a new Panharmonicon effect. So, boy, they're just, every color is going to be able to Panharmonicon at some point in Magic. Lady of Laughter. Flying. Celebration. At the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield, draw a card. That's not bad. It's a little late for that to be 5 at the top end, and wild. It's a white fairy. That's notable. You know, fairy, noble, but a fairy in white, Lady of Laughter. Boy, it's a little expensive, though, for when that card draw kicks in, because you got to play her and then drops. I mean, the 2 is not bad. Celebration, I think, is going to be a strong ability. It's not hard to do. Apprentice's Folly. Choose target non-token creature you control that doesn't have the same name as a token you control. Create a token. It isn't legendary and is a reflection. And then on the 3rd, sacrifice all reflections. That's a nice card. Compulsion. Again, nice to see, old friend. Little foliage. And Utopia Sprawl. Again, not sad to get Utopia Sprawls. It's a fun little card. 2-Headed Hunter. Stormkeld Vanguard. Dream Spoilers. The Ginger Brute in foil. Great little Ginger Brute. Toadstool Admirer. Cute. Oifs are getting the support. Oif Tribal. It's finally happening, guys. Stock up on your Oifs. Commander. EDH Rec. Oif Tribal. They're getting the support they need. You can see it right there. The knick-knack Oif. He's got it. Food. Human. Agatha. Little foil mythic on top of the Vile Cauldron. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost X less to activate, where X is her power. This effect can't reduce the mana in that cost to less than 1. For 6, other creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample and haste until end of turn. Interesting. Boy, there's a lot of hoops to jump through there for a mythic. Hardened Scales. Boy, they've reprinted Hardened Scales quite a bit, but I love this art. Boy, that's such a cool art for a Hardened Scales. Very nice little reprint there. Devouring Sugar Maw. It's going to make a human, but it's also a 6/6. Kind of sacrifice a creature, and if you don't tap it, which isn't too bad, but probably that's more of a fun card. I doubt that sees any constructed play. Rotisserie Element, but who knows? Who knows? Rotisserie Elemental deals combat damage to a player. Put a skewer on it. Then you may sacrifice it if you do. Exile the top X cards where X is the skewers. You may play them. Not bad. Not great. Ooh, Rankle's Prank. This is a fun one. Choose one. Each player discards 2 cards. Each player loses 4 life, or each player sacrifices 2 creatures, and you can choose 1 or more. Well timed. I see some great potential. I think Rankle's Prank might become a very, very strong card here in some constructed formats. Little foil spreading seas. Oh, Dark Tutelage. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put it in your hand. You lose life equal to its mana. Not bad to see Dark Tutelage at uncommon there. Do people play Dark Tutelage in Commander? Seems like some decks should, you know? Life gain decks would love that. It's just some free card draw, really. Hamlet Glutton. It's got the new Bargain ability, Bellowing Bruiser, and the Mocking Sprite. Beautiful art on that Mocking Sprite. Little card for a spell slinger deck, not bad. Okay, halfway through. Here we go, entering the wilds. Food. Mouse. Oh, it's a cute little mouse token. Goblin Bombardment in foil. Boy, oh boy. We're really not getting the juice in there. Repercussion. A second Repercussion in the... so there's a mythic, but extend art. But that's the mythic we got. Restless Spire. The End. I think this card is also really cool. The spell costs 2 colors less to cast if your life total is 5 or less, but exile target creature or planeswalker, and then it's a lobotomy effect. So pretty good deal with, I mean, 4 mana to deal with Sheoldred, and if you're below 5, 2 mana to deal with Sheoldred and take it out of the deck. Like, the End is a good card. We'll definitely see that. Elusive Otter. X +1/+1 counters on any number of target creatures you control. That's pretty flexible there for green and X. Prowess. So whenever you cast a spell, he's getting +1/+1. If it's not a creature, creature's power less than it can't block it. Elusive Otter. Not bad. We'll see if that becomes something. Intangible Virtue. Great for token decks for go wide. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1 of vigilance. Beautiful. Season of Growth. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. Very good for some good juice for aura commanders here. Island, Witchstalker. Welcome to Sweet Tooth. That's like this whole crazy food realm. Makes a human, makes a food, puts counters down. Cute. Solitary Sanctuary. Misleading Motes. Very nice. Not dead after all. There's some hype around this card too. Until end of turn, target creature controls. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control, and then add a Wicked roll to it. It gets +1/+1, and when this aura is put in a graveyard, each opponent loses 1 life. Not bad at all. Vantress Transmuter and Titanic Growth. Wild. That fairy is ready to fight. Okay. There's our Jello. I like this food the best. Maybe this little evil Jello coming to eat. Oh, that's a beautiful beast token. Look at that. That's fantastic. Redcap Gutter Dweller. What do we got here? 2 red and 2 for a 3/3 Menace Goblin. It's a big goblin. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 black rat creature tokens that can't block. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on the Dweller and exile the top card. You may play it. So a lot of red rummaging here. And this is not bad. You know, kind of a, not quite a Siege Gang commander, but still pretty cool. Karmic Justice. This is a fun one. We wanted this one to be reprinted. This is a commander favorite. Look at how faded that bottom track is. That's not really even, is that right? I guess the other ones are kind of hued. So a little red hue, a little white hue. It just looks really washed out. Whenever a spell or an ability an opponent controls destroys a non-creature permanent you control, you may destroy target permanent that opponent controls. That's right, that'll teach them. And at least if they destroy Karmic Justice, they lose their permanent. Virtue of Courage. It's an adventure. Embereth Blaze deals 2 damage, so a little pricey shock effect. And then whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you may exile that many cards from the top of your library and play them. Boy, that's wild. It is a mythic, but I don't know if that's going to get there, guys. That seems like a lot to try and get there. The Regal Bunnycorn. Very cute. Very cute. People have been trying to make Bunnycorn work. Haven't quite seen it yet, even with wedding announcement. Doesn't seem to be enough, but maybe. We'll see. Can the bunny do it? Oh boy, our second foil Agatha. That we're whiffing in our mythic slot in this box, kiddos. Agatha. Ground Seal. Not bad for recursion type decks and hatching plans. Very nice, very nice. Planes. Knight of the Sweet's Revenge. Tanglespan Lookout. The Galvanic Giant. Stockpiling Celebrant. Kindled Heroism. Cooped Up. And Hollow Scavenger. Okay, well, let's see if we got something flashy in here, because boy, we're kind of getting just some funky repeats in our mythic slot. Oh, boom. Here we go, though. We will take a foil Ristic Study on top. See, all we got to do is ask nicely. Time and time again. We learn. Beautiful. Foil Ristic Study. Gotta love it. Hey, now. And Primal Vigor. So hey, that's strong. What a way to open. Primal Vigor. If 1 or more tokens would be created, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. If 1 or more +1/+1s would be put on a creature, twice that many. Great. Pair that up with our old pal Hardened Scales. Decadent Dragon coming in. This is a fun one. I love the art here. It is a very decadent dragon, even though this looks like kind of a sketch, but it is like this storybook style, something more out of the Dungeon Master's Guide. Exile the top 2 cards of target opponent's library face down. You may look at and play those cards for as long as they're exiled. And he's a 4/4 flying trample. You know, this kind of reminds me of the Night Veil Spectre, or what was that specter from like Alliances Ravnica, the one that surveilled and then would like steal the cards. You know, there's kind of a vibe here. I do like that they're kind of giving Rakdos some action. Pretty cool because Black has been running the show for a while, so getting Red back in the mix after the banning of the Kiki Jiki saga will be good. Thunderous debut. Bargain. Look at the top 20 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards among them. If this spell is bargained, put the revealed cards on the battlefield. Otherwise, shuffle. You know, that's not bad. This is a sort of like a weaker tooth and nail effect, but 20 is deep. Boy, if there's a quick way to bargain this out, this could be dangerous, you know. Top 20 is pretty good. You figure after your first draw, and let's say we want to try to cast this maybe turn 4, turn 5 to win the game, if that's possible. But, okay, so turn 5, 8 mana. That's doable. That's doable with ramp, and we just need a token out there to sacrifice, so why not sack like something that gave us that mana? Another red cap gutter dweller. Boy, we are repeat city there in foil. Dragon Mantle and Impact Tremors. Impact Tremors isn't bad, you know? I run that in a Perforos commander deck just to get that extra damage out there. Him and Torbrand doing similar things in that deck. Ashiok's Reaper. Cheeky House Mouse. Oh my god, I think I'm in love. Look at how cute that is. He is cheeky. Look at him. He's just a 2/1. He's basically a Savannah Lions. Look at that's how Magic changes, guys. A rare lion used to be a 2/1, and now an uncommon mouse is a 2/1 with a spell that's stapled on top. Target creature gets +1/+1. It can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. Boy, this seems pretty nice for limited. Maybe, you know, kind of a 16th creature possibly on curve. Troyan Gutsy Explorer. What do we got here? Adds mana. Spend this mana out 5 or greater or X spells. Draw and discard. Huh. It's not a bad Vidalkin. I didn't know the Vidalkin were on. The streets of Ravnica were stifling. Eldraine is an endless adventure paved in gold. Wow, so he escaped Ravnica to come to Eldraine, huh? That's got some interesting implication for the multiverse there. Obira's attendants. Man, there's some great art in this set. Look at that prophetic prism. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, on the home stretch here, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. I know this one's gone long, but we're just taking our time enjoying some Eldraine. Twisting Twins. What are we? Twinning Twins. Twining Twins. Twinning, twining, twins. Swift Spiral for white and 1. It's an instant, and you exile target non-token creature and return it to the battlefield. So a little blink effect, and then it's a flying vigilance ward 1 for 4. Interesting. Fraying Sanity. Enchant player at the beginning of each... Oh, it's a blue curse. It's the blue curse. At the beginning of each end step, enchant a player mills X, where X is the number of cards put in their graveyard from anywhere this turn. Yikes. So just a doubling mill aura. That's dangerous. That can be very dangerous. Twinning Twins again. Twinning, twining, twinning. There's 2 of them. Twi-twi-twi-twi-twi-twi-two. Count Court of the Vantress. When it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. These new courts bring the monarch mechanic back. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose up to 1 target creature, 1 other target enchantment or artifact. If you're the monarch, you may create a token that's a copy of it. If you're not the monarch, you may have this card become a copy, except it has this ability. It's not bad. It doesn't seem bad. Horned Lock Whale. It's a lock whale, so it lives in the lake. The owner of target attacking creature you don't control puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Not bad. For 6, it is a flash. Ward 2 enters the battlefield tapped unless it's your turn. Interesting, though. I mean, you'd still flash this in at the end, I guess, if you have 6 up. Like, that doesn't seem to happen often. That's probably not seeing much play. Oh, boy. Look at the beautiful silver art on this. This is so cute. I love this stab wound art, but look at that beautiful silver and, like, the pale ink. That's gorgeous. Good old stab wound and the griffin area at the beginning of your end step. If you gain 3 or more life, make a griffin. Island, Agatha's Champion, Howling Gale Fang, Fairy Fencing, Hopeful Vigil. The Root Rider Fawn. Plunge into winter and flick a coin. Okay, 3 more to go, folks. Do we get the big whammy? What is the sauciest thing? We are looking for Beseech the Queen, possibly. A little treasure food. Forced Fruition. Whenever opponent casts a spell, they draw 7 cards. And a duplicate Forced Fruition. So there you are. Forced Fruition used to be worth quite a bit, but I think there's only some decks that use it in Commander, and it's kind of dialed down. Cute art, again. This art is so cute with like all the food on the table. Love it. But wow, double Forced Fruition. Elusive Otter showing up again. Talion's Messenger. Whenever you attack with 1 or more fairies, draw a card, then discard a card. When you discard it this way, put a +1/+1 on target fairy. Not bad. That might see some play. If fairies work their way into Standard, I could see that being decent on a curve, possibly. Tail for the Ages. A little foliage. Impact Tremors. We've seen you before. And Curiosity. Beautiful art on that Curiosity. Really, really like that. Swamp. Royal Treatment. Sir Armont the Redeemer. Ice Rot Century. Cut In. Into the Fey Court. Frantic Firebolt, beautiful foiling on that card, and Diminisher Witch. Okay, 2 more. Boy, double Forced Fruition. Where's our double Beseech the Queen here? Okay, Raging Battle Mouse, he's cute. Red and 1, the second spell you cast each turn. Costs 1 less to cast. Celebration. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield, target creature you control gets +1/+1. It's not a huge effect. If the right red deck came along, possibly. Boy, Mana Flare. I did not know they reprinted this. That's such an old school card. Red and 2. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, that player adds 1 mana of any type that land produce. Wow. Classic. Ooh, very nice. Mythic Showcase Talion. Very nice. Talion, the Kindly Lord. Black, blue, 2. He's a 3/4 flying fairy noble. When he enters the battlefield, choose any number between 1 and 10. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with that mana value, power, or toughness equal to the chosen number, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. This may give Sheoldred a run for her money. That's strong. You choose 2 or you choose 4. That's great drops on the curve. That's powers and toughnesses that are ubiquitous in the format right now. And them losing 2 life and you drawing a card really puts a high cost on them playing to the board, so that's strong. Fairy Blade Crafter. Whenever 1 or more fairies you control deal combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on Blade Crafter. Whenever it dies, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life where it's its power. That's pretty good, actually. That's not bad. That's not a bad commander fairy. Oh, lovely. Another Decadent Dragon. I like this one too on the toppled runes there with all the jewelry on it. Again, strong little Decadent Dragon. Grasp of Fate, beautiful art on that. When it enters the battlefield, for each opponent, exile to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls until it does it. So, and Vampiric Rite, sack a creature, gain a life, draw a card. Not bad. Little Aristocrats effect. Glass Casket's coming back. Lord Skitter's Butcher, frightening a mouse with an hatchet. Cursed Courtier. Fellow Horseman, Stingblade Assassin. Minecart Daredevil, and Living Lectern. Okay, here's the final one. Oh my gosh, look at that, just destroy everything. There's some power in this pack. The food, the jelly food, it's a good omen. The Iron Crag. 2 and 1, it taps for a colorless. Whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may have the Iron Crag become a legendary equipment artifact named Everflame, Hero's Legacy. If you do, it gains Equip 3, and equipped creature gets +3/+3 and loses all other abilities. Boy, that's wild. Not sure how to use that. Karmic Justice. Boy, a second Karmic Justice. Not bad, though. Not bad, especially in auras. Oh, that's an anime Karmic Justice, I believe. Look at that. We got a little anime card. We're going to have to go back and check. We might have gotten some other anime cards they slipped in there. Scalding Viper. Blue and colorless, return target non-land permanent to its owner hand. Red and 1. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value 3 or less, it deals 1 damage. Interesting. Kind of a... Boy, that's an interesting card. We'll see. Raging Battle Mouse, our little friend, is back. Spiteful Hexmage and foil. Griffin Airy, Grasp of Fate. There's our island. beautiful little foil commons and uncommons. So real quick, for those of you who stuck through, just give you a taste of what a collector's booster looks like. Couple commander rares, one in foil. We got an anime card there. There's our rares in this slot. Let's see if there's any other. Doesn't look like we see any other anime ones. Beautiful foil Ristic Study. Not bad for our mythic hit there. So mythic number 1. Mupik, is that an anime card? Can't tell. Might be. That's another mythic though. Repercussion. Another rare. All the rares all the way down until Repercussion. So, yep. I guess because it's not in that frame, that's how we know it's an anime card. So, you know, 3 mythics, not bad. One's anime, no confetti foil there. And when we head over here, quite a few rares and special treatments. There's our mythic Talion, nice hit there. There's our mythic Agatha, a little bit of a whiff there. Unfortunate. Virtue of Courage, a little bit of a whiff too. It's not a great one. Another Agatha, rough. Foil Agatha and foil showcase art Agatha. That's rough. Virtue of Knowledge, not too bad. Asinine Antics. So we really did kind of strike out in our mythic slot, but still a great product. There's a lot of fun synergies here. Excited to open more and share it with you guys. Hope you have fun out there, and better luck to us next time. Catch you on the next one. Peace.